studio. What is
President
that?
Joe Biden.
Oh. I'm on the air. Just, you know what? Send him to voicemail.
Wait, does he know how to use a phone?
I don't. Someone in his office said, just send him to voicemail. That's what they did. That's what they do in Saudi Arabia when the president calls. They're like, President Biden, nah, we're busy right now. Oh, what?
President Joe Biden. FaceTime video.
Oh my God! Now he's FaceTiming me. No, take a hint, Joe. I have nothing to. If the Arabs aren't going to talk to you about oil, I'm not going to talk to you about whatever it is you want to talk about. That's true. That actually happened, by the way. Joe Biden got the leader of the free world, Joe Biden, who's the president of the United States. He had to call up the Arab countries. He had to call up the United Arab Emirates. He had to call up Saudi Arabia, and he had to beg them for more oil. Why? Well, because he refuses to make his own. It's really kind of weird. Really, I'll get to the point of being obnoxious as well. And they refuse to talk to him. They don't want to talk to him. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman said, I'm not going to talk to Joe Biden. I don't want to take his phone call. Happened when he called the UAE because they're upset for a couple of reasons. First of all, they know they control all the oil now. Now that we've stopped buying Russian oil, now that we've stopped creating our own oil and making the United States an energy independent platform, they know they hold all the power. They've got they don't have to call Joe Biden. They can make him and the rest of us sweat bullets. We can just be sitting here paying out the nose through gasoline for gasoline, and the Saudis, they just don't care. Plus, they don't like Joe Biden for several other reasons. One of them is he's putting us back into the Iranian agreement for nuclear power and nuclear weapons. And well, guess where Iran is? Right over there next to Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. And they're not happy about that at all. So when Joe Biden calls,
President Joe Biden.
Yeah, they send him straight to voicemail and they ignore it. And that is something that, by the way, is funny, but also very dangerous. And it's also making some really interesting some partnerships. For example, Trevor Noah, one of the biggest liberals on television, the host of Comedy Central, was out there. I mean, it wasn't even joking about it, but he seemed very distraught by the fact that Joe Biden, who's, again, the most powerful leader, or was at one point, in the entire global universe, is now being ignored by other very popular leaders. Here's what he said on his Instagram.
There's no denying that Saudi Arabia isn't playing ball with Joe Biden. And you know what? You can say what you want, but this would have never happened to Donald Trump. Never.
This would have never happened to That's Trevor Noah. That's Comedy Central host Trevor Noah, who worked adamantly promoting Joe Biden, putting him in power, and now saying, you know what? Say what you will about Donald Trump, but this would never have happened if he were president.
No one was ever ignoring Donald Trump's calls. Yeah, because if you ignored Donald Trump's calls, you didn't know how he would respond. Maybe he'd send an angry tweet. Or maybe he'd just ban your country from everything. You don't know.
You don't know how that guy's going to. You better answer that phone, because if not, it could be the last thing you don't do is answer a phone call from Donald Trump. And then listen to this. Trevor Noah, who hated Donald Trump, didn't like Donald Trump, didn't think he was fit for office, wanted Joe Biden to be president, thought that the Democrats were a much more sensible alternative to the conservatives. Listen to what he suggests just over a year into Joe Biden's presidency.
That's why I bet in these situations, Biden actually wishes that he could hire Trump to step in as president wildcard. Just keep everyone on their toes.
Look at that. He wants Donald Trump back as a president wildcard, because when the going gets tough, you need someone who is also tough. And Joe Biden, that dude ain't tough. That dude wouldn't know tough if it came on an ice cream cone. Joe Biden is one of the weakest leaders we've ever had. And the problem with presidents is when you pick one, you don't just get to, swap them out. It's not like fantasy football, where when one team's on a bye week, or if somebody on your team is underperforming, you can drop them an ad, or you can trade with one of your buddies. No, you pick the president, and that's your guy for 4 years, in good times and in bad. And in Joe Biden's case, we got a lot more bad times. And a lot of these uber libs are realizing that really Donald Trump wasn't that bad. And a lot of what he did, the tactics of chaos, the tactics of craziness, the negotiation tactics that led us to one of the most peaceful 4-year terms we've ever had as a country and as a globe. The ability of Donald Trump to go in there and negotiate peace deals in the Middle East with Israel, with the UAE, with all these other countries that never would have ever thought of signing peace deals with Israel. The fact that our economy economy was booming. The fact that our taxes were lower, gas prices were lower, we had immigration problems under control. All of this happened because of Donald Trump's crazy, chaotic tactics, which now Trevor Noah and a bunch of other people wish Joe Biden had. But you can't just pick and choose. You pick the guy, and that's your guy. If we're in the middle of a peacetime treaty or World War III, whatever happens, this is your guy.